Gear Live's Bleeding Edge is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99, website builders, blogs, email, and more. Plus, enter code GEAR1, that's G-E-A-R, and the number 1 during checkout and save an additional 10% on any order. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Gear Live's Bleeding Edge. I'm Andrew Edwards.
And I'm Sparky.
We're going to bring you today's tech news through the GearLive.com. Let's hit the news. So, first up in today's news, Dell, after many rumors, many denials on both parties, a lot of no comments, finally admitted that they are in the process of acquiring Alienware.
For an undisclosed amount,
Yes.
which I'm assuming is a lot of money.
Millions of dollars.
Billions.
No, not billions. They're not worth
Trillions.
that much.
Quintillions.
Oh, maybe quintillions. So, Dell, they had, I don't know if they are going to continue it, but they had their XPS line, which was basically their Alienware. They wanted to hit the home gamer market.
Weren't terribly successful with it.
No one bought into it because they're Dell.
Well, but the interesting thing is I actually have some friends who got an XPS and really liked it. It's just they didn't have the kind of cachet that Alienware had.
They do not have the street cred.
Yeah.
They're like Dell. Like first thing you think of is like business computer, a really cheap, crappy home computer.
Well, not crappy, but cheap, yes.
Crappy compared to like what you can do for yourself for the same amount of money.
I don't know. On their low end, they've got some like $400.
Yeah, but then those low ones are Celerons and all that.
True.
So the Alienware purchase is great, not only because it gives them, an established company that gamers know and most love, but now
An expertise.
yes, but now Dell sells AMD computers.
Very good. Finally.
Yes.
Been waiting for this for a while. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not Dell is going to continue with the Alienware brand and still sell Alienware branded laptops.
They will. In the news item that they released, Alienware is going to be a wholly owned subsidiary, so they're going to be still run their own company, but be Dell owned. So very interesting that with them acquiring Alienware, that makes Apple the only computer manufacturer to sell only Intel computers. Basically, not have an AMD chip in any of their computers.
I can't see Apple throwing an AMD in there anytime soon.
No, they're not going to.
So,
the other big story of the day. Tell us. Do we want to know?
Vista!
oh right, Vista.
Or not.
Well, just as my response was delayed, sadly so is Vista. Microsoft just made some press releases saying that not only has Vista been pushed back from its original mid-2005 release date
before that it was like 2003.
No, I think the earliest one was 2005, like early 2005. Then it became late 2005. Then it became 2006. The last we'd heard up until quite recently was November.
And that was them actually giving you a specific month. Like, it will be here in November. By the end of the year, you will have Vista on your computer.
Now, it is possible that you still will be able to get Vista in November, but only for business users. Now, it's unclear as to whether or not they're only going to offer the Pro SKU in November or the consumer one. Now, neither of those make sense since their cited reason for the delay was security reasons, and they've got some security problems that they want to hammer out. Kudos to them for hammering those out. But I would think that the security risks would be more important to the business users than the home users.
Well, I think it's that they know home users are more stupid. The home user is going to click on that fake PayPal.
But the same home user then goes to their job and
But they shouldn't be getting those emails at work. Hopefully.
They could be.
How much spam do you get at your work email?
A lot more than I get at my personal email, actually.
Like phishing and stuff like that?
I probably get 300 to 500 spams a day on my work address.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm surprised that they're splitting the two apart, because it would seem for a security concern, the business market would be more important to them. The average home user isn't educated enough to complain about a security risk. The average business IT manager who's making purchasing decisions, if there's a security risk, he's not going to recommend his organization spend however much money to upgrade to something that he feels is insecure.
Yeah, I see your point. What confuses me is what classifies you as a business consumer.
Well,
like, do you call them up and be like, hi, I own a business, can I have Vista? Or is it like some official thing you have to go through?
That's what's unclear. It's possible that they're only going to release, of their 7 different product SKUs.
6 now.
There's 6 now.
Yes.
That they might release one of them earlier, like release the Pro version, the equivalent of XP Pro early, or they might only be releasing through their enterprise channels. So, like when you or I buy a copy of Windows XP today, we get a box and it has a product code and a CD. When an enterprise that has 10,000 computers, they don't get 10,000 boxes of the operating system. They get one CD and a magic product key that'll work for 10,000 machines. So they might only be releasing Vista in November to those customers who are purchasing, 100 or more, 1,000 or more copies at once.
Which really makes no sense, because usually businesses are the last ones to upgrade their OS.
Like I said, it doesn't make any sense, and I mean,
what smart business is going to upgrade to the unknown brand new OS that might break all of their applications?
None that I know of.
So, anyway, if you want Vista, the delay is 2 months, January 2007.
2 or more months, according to the press release.
Oh, really?
The press release said Q1. So that could be January, could be March, don't know. All I know is if you do want Vista, don't start holding your breath now.
Okay, up next we have an interview with the TextPayMe guys. They are here right behind us, ready to come in and talk to us. And we are going to be giving away an Xbox 360.
Could it be you that gets it? We'll find out.
Stay tuned. All right, so we're here with the TextPayMe guys, who we said would be on last week. This week, here you are. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to the bleeding edge viewers.
My name is Philip Ewan. I'm from TextPayMe.
Hi, I'm Gerald Ewan, and I am from TextPayMe too.
And this is the Xbox 360 core system that we're going to be giving away later in the show, courtesy of the TextPayMe guys. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, so if you don't know by now, TextPayMe is a mobile payment service where you can send and receive money using SMS. And many people who have used it consider it to be PayPal for a mobile phone. So kind of tell us about how the whole concept came to fruition.
Sure. It was we actually come up with the idea over dinner. Actually, we go out a lot with our friends, and we always have this problem splitting the bill. So we'll take out our wallets and we don't have enough cash, or we'll throw down a bunch of credit cards.
You got like 8 people and the 8 cards.
Exactly, and I think this guy still owes me some money, and So
you got the appetizer last time,
Exactly, and then we say, hey, you know what? We'll use PayPal when we get back to the office, but that never happens, right? It never happens, and we're like, and then we text each other a lot. We always have our cell phones with us, and it's just one day I just say, hey, why not just text each other money and do it that way? So that's what got the whole thing started.
So basically, it was a real-world situation.
No, it was
you actually solved a problem based on a problem you were actually having.
Absolutely.
A question for you guys, for people who haven't yet signed up for TextPayMe. Tell us, obviously Andrew and I have used the service, but walk us through the process of how can somebody send you money, at the end of a dinner check or something?
How easy is this?
So the easy part about this whole thing is that if I want to send him money right now, he doesn't even need an account. I can just text pay dollar amount, whatever his phone number is. So and then once that happens, both of us would get. So I can get a phone call back to confirm that payment request. After I do that, both of us would get a text message saying, hey, you've got money, or I've sent money, and then now he can go to the website, visit the website to either register for an account, or if he had an account already, he can say, hey, transfer that money over to my bank account, or he can also send it to his friends.
Perfect. Now, you mentioned a phone call. Is the phone call a security measure of some sort?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the things that sort of came up when we talked to our friends was, hey, what happened if I lose my phone, right? If I lose my phone and there's no phone call, then anybody can start texting money away from your account. So we're like, just call you back, have you enter your PIN. Now you don't have to worry about losing your phone, and as TextPayMe, we know you are who you say you are. You're the person who's initiating the payment.
It's like the ATM pin.
Yeah, you can instill some confidence that users aren't going to lose money using the system.
Exactly.
So, because usually you're the only one that has your phone, and even then you're the only one that knows your PIN.
That's right.
So even
I
if someone
can
else
take
has
your phone home today, and I won't be able to send
without
you
my PIN,
payments.
right?
That's right.
That is awesome. I like.
With the idea, like how long did it take you from having that brain flash to actually having a product out there people could sign up and use?
I think. I mean, so I don't have a definitive date on what this is the date where we had that dinner per se, but yeah, I think it took us a good 4 or 5 months to sort of
And we kind of talked about it a little bit, just kind of morphing ideas and back and forth.
bounce it with friends and just seeing what's the best way to implement this thing.
Pretty quick though. I mean, like it's a testament to kind of the pace of the internet, and that you can go from having an idea to working product in 4 months, 5 months.
When you don't sleep, when you have no social life, when all you do is be glued in front of a computer, I think you can get a lot done in 4 or 5 months.
That's
We've
amazing.
been there.
So you said to each other it would be cool if we could text each other money. At that time, had you heard that PayPal would be doing mobile payments?
No, I don't think they announced it until we showed up. Actually.
Okay, so
You've been that for actually quite some time before PayPal even announced that it was coming.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just interesting that like usually when you're in a situation, you'll say, hey, it would be cool if, but then it's like you don't like spring and act on that, and you guys did. So how long did it take to get like your infrastructure set up, and like did you do beta testing or alpha testing? Did you just do friends and family at first?
We did. We certainly did. There was a close test before we opened it to the public, obviously. So I mean, we're still in beta testing, right?
Okay.
I mean, but certainly before we opened up to the public, we certainly tested it with friends we know, and they helped us sort of stress test this thing. Hey, everybody send a payment at Saturday 2 p.m. and let's see.
And we found a lot of bugs.
Oh really? Okay.
Does anybody make their quick million off of one of those bugs? Or?
Might have happened.
Nice.
Excellent. So now in addition to you guys, there's a third member of your company, correct?
Oh yes. It's CJ.
CJ sitting right
over
there. Still working, you can
there
see.
he is.
So that's how we get it done in the 4 or 5 months.
This is dedication.
Still
Exactly.
punching out bugs.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, what were you guys doing before TextPayMe? What's your backgrounds?
You can go ahead.
I was a systems engineer at Lockheed Martin in New York,
Mhm.
and I just got out of college. Before that, I got my master's in '04, and so basically I just had like 3 months of working experience, and then before that, and then after that I heard about TextPayMe, so I just jumped right in, and
Okay.
that's pretty much my work experience background.
Wow. So
Yeah.
so this isn't one of the guys you would go out to dinner with then?
No, this was the guy I called over the phone and say, hey, what do you think? What do you think you'll use it if I want to text you money?
And so you were in New York, and
I was in New
You-
York, and I actually
you were so
talked-
excited about it that you moved out here.
Yeah, and I talked to my friends about it. I think, and they all thought it was a great idea. We had the same problem, and
Nice. And so what about you? Background?
I was at Microsoft before this. I was there for 2.5 years, and that's actually where I met CJ right there.
CJ. So what were you guys doing there?
I was a program manager at the Office project
Mhm.
server group, so working on project management software. He was in the same group, and that's where we met.
How's the transition been from working on a product? MS Project is obviously very B2B and it's aimed at software professionals, to a very consumer-oriented product that's aimed directly at anyone with a phone.
Really, I think the easy thing for us here is that we are solving a problem for ourselves, so we know exactly what we want. And
You are your own requirements.
Exactly, right? It's not like, hey, let's go build this thing that we think other people might need. This is like, hey, we got a problem, let's solve it. So it was actually fairly straightforward, and it was nice to be able to actually use it and solve our problems at the very end. So
it was a lot of fun.
it was a lot of fun.
So now obviously you guys are using it and enjoying the service. Now that you're in a very open beta and you've got a lot of users, how are other people reacting? Are you getting a lot of positive feedback?
Definitely. From the blogs out there to people who've emailed us and talked to us, the press. I think we try to be really transparent to our users. We have a blog, and we encourage them to give us comments. So far, the feedback has been overwhelmingly good. So really happy with that.
And they're really constructive too. They actually give us ideas and
Oh, yeah,
try
definitely.
to improve the product, and that is a great thing.
Seems like you guys are in a very rapid development, able to turn around feature requests pretty quickly
Yes.
too.
Oh yes.
That's excellent in this kind of Web 2.0 era.
Yes.
Yeah.
So are you guys full-time TextPayMe now?
We're full-time TextPayMe. We don't want to be working for Microsoft and doing this at the
Okay,
same time.
of course.
True. So where are you guys going to go from here? What's your direction?
To essentially fulfill our vision, which is to for anybody to be able to pay anybody anytime, anywhere using their cell phones. I want to be able to walk up to a stranger and say, hey, can I pay you using TextPayMe using my cell phone? And
Just like a stranger, hey man, can I give you some cash?
Yeah,
Spot me some cash for TextPayMe.
There you go. There you
For
go.
everyone's reference, anybody can walk up to me on the street anytime and give me money.
His alias is Sparky. If you
Sparky,
need to.
that's right. That's right. So.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Let's move on to the Xbox 360.
Sure.
So actually, I was looking at your site, and you were doing some like rewards before the Xbox 360. I think I saw like an iPod, or was it iPod
Yes.
Nano or something like
Yes.
that. Was the Xbox 360 promotion what kind of catapulted your users to start referring people? Is that what got you into a blaze on the internet?
Maybe it's hard to say. I mean, we like to think there's merit in the service, of course. But,
Of course.
But I mean, yeah, users are certainly interested in something that's hard to get, and at first there's a little bit of skepticism, being, hey, can you guys really deliver?
Exactly.
How many Xbox 360s have you delivered?
So far, we've delivered around. So officially, the contest ended on Saturday. So
Right.
we've only shipped, I think, like 7 so far. But we have like at least 30 sitting in our garage, waiting to be shipped.
Excellent. Well, we got 2 of them, and looking forward to giving them away to 2 lucky viewers.
Let's go back to the whole 30 Xbox 360s. How did you get 30 Xbox 360s?
Or do we want to
just
know?
Stash in your, yeah.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
We're resourceful individuals, and we dig around. Whenever we hear the store was carrying it, we'll go there and
Call
get
pretty
it.
much every day. Target.
Really? So you actually like went and
Counting
bought
the
these at
payment.
retail.
Yeah,
You did-
and eBay and so.
eBay even worse. So like you
eBay was
paid
worse.
above
It
retail.
wasn't too bad actually. It wasn't too bad. I think it wasn't.
Okay.
It was,
So
it
how
was
many
worse
winners?
before?
How many winners do you have total?
I think in total there were around 30 or so.
Okay. So 30 times 30 would be $900. Wait.
300.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What am I doing? 30 times 300.
Yeah. Next time
9,000 bucks.
anybody sees a $30 Xbox 360, let me know. I'll text pay you $40 for it right now.
$9,000. Okay. So that's basically your advertising budget right there. You spent
Our marketing
$9,000
budget, right,
yeah,
essentially.
to get the word out.
Right.
Okay, so what you did was you gave the power to your members to get the word out for you,
Yes.
word of mouth, rather than buying an AdSense campaign
Right.
or banner ads. How do you think that's like worked for you? How do you think it's different than if you were to do AdSense or banner ads or traditional web marketing?
I think it just grabs users' attentions, and I think bloggers especially reacted really well. They would tell users about the service, and as a side, they would also mention the promotion, and that certainly even our friends have it's just like, hey, this is a cool service. It's a cool service, and you can win an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Much more powerful than just say, hey, let's do a Google text ad.
So it's more of the buyer growth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
any further, like you still have the TextPayMe points thing going on, and
Yes.
I'm assuming that even though the Xbox 360 contest is over, if I were to refer someone, I still get.
Oh yeah, you
points.
still get points, and
So, going forward, what are
What
these
can we
points
get
going
for
to be
the
good
points?
for?
let's ask our users, right? And we'll probably post an entry on the blog and say, hey guys, tell us what you want to see. Like I said, this Xbox 360 promotion wasn't the first one we did.
Mhm.
We have other promotions in the past, so yeah, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unique to have just the whole TextPayMe points thing. Like, if I tell someone about a service that I truly like, and that might even help me out because now I'll have you giving me money instead of forgetting to give me the cash the next day by PayPal for dinner.
What are you trying to say there?
I actually get a reward for it. I get 10 points, which, after a while, if I do that enough times, I end up with an expensive consumer electronic device that,
It's
just
hard-
for telling
hard
you
to
about
get.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's hard to get just by telling my friends about that. So I thought that was very unique. So yeah, I'm just curious, in the future, is it just going to be used for giveaways or like?
I don't know. We have a bunch of ideas.
It's just open. It's just like it's there to be used
Exactly,
for
yeah.
whatever we can think
That's
of in
right.
the future.
That's right. It's to build customer loyalty.
Do they get deducted?
When you use it, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
So 360 points for Xbox 360. So if you redeem it,
So you'll see it's like a balance. It's
Correct.
like
Exactly.
your own TextPayMe.
if you
bank
like, we
account
can give you
thing.
the 360 point, and we can take the Xboxes back.
I don't think they'd like that too much, actually. So PayPal just announced that they were going to be going towards the mobile market. We
Yes.
don't know exactly how they're going to do that yet. How does this affect or change your outlook on TextPayMe?
To give you an answer fairly, I really want to see what the PayPal offering is so far. I don't know what their mobile offering is. Is it SMS based? Is it phone application based? Is it IVR based? To be fair to everybody, I want to see their offering before I give an honest answer.
Okay. Does it worry you at all? Or
It certainly does, and anytime a big player comes into the market, there's certainly worries. But I think at the end of the day, it sort of helps validate something we've come up with. Hey, I think there's a need out there. There's a problem out there. There's a market out there, and
yeah.
we'll see.
And
where
they
it
didn't
goes.
think of it until you came along.
Yeah, because
That's what we like to think, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they didn't even announce their service until you guys have been out there for what, a month and a half or
Exactly.
so.
Yes.
It's definitely conceivable. Now, have you guys taken steps to ensure that you have like the patents and can secure your intellectual property if you did come up with this first?
Yeah, I mean, when the first thing we did when we started was to essentially document our system and our architecture and come up with a patent on how we handle our payment system. So we certainly did that, and we hope it will be a good outcome for us.
So sure it will be.
question. Do you guys plan on becoming more PayPal-like?
In what
What I
sense?
mean is, like, you guys helped me out with my Windows Mobile problem where I couldn't send text. Well, I could receive money, but I couldn't send money, basically,
Sure.
using Windows Mobile 5 on Verizon. And they hooked that up. And be sure to put, like, a walkthrough on
There you
TextPayMe.com for other people to get that set up. But what I did notice was that when I wanted to send money to people, since I was having that problem, I couldn't log in to TextPayMe and send money through the web interface.
Right.
Is that something you plan on adding, or are you trying to be strictly text,
We've-
SMS?
At the end of the day, we want to do what our users want. And actually, you're not the first person to tell us, hey, I want a way to initiate a payment request from the website. So it's something certainly we're thinking about. It's not hard to do. It's what's best for the user and what people want.
I'm adding it right now.
He's doing it right now.
Right now, as we speak.
As we speak. Get a screenshot of his computer. He's like on Disney.com.
Actually, we are. That should be available by tomorrow.
Excellent. So by the time
Are you
this
serious?
Yes, I've actually been working on the past couple of days.
This is how
Okay.
responsive TextPayMe is to user requests. We make a request here on the show. By the time the show airs,
It'll be ready.
It's
it'll
done.
be there.
I love it. Okay. As far as fees go, tell the people about, compared to PayPal, because I mean you're going to be compared to PayPal
Sure,
all the
absolutely,
time.
absolutely.
So as far as fees, right now in beta, is it that anyone that signs up during beta won't have fees
Won't have
for
fees.
the life of
Exactly.
the product?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
sign up now
Right.
if you want to
Which
avoid
is,
fees.
that's really cool. Now, once you're out of beta,
Right.
do you know what your pricing scheme is going to be?
So I think if you've read the website in the past, we actually have at some point posted some sort of fee structure there. And at that point, what we're thinking about is do a per transaction charge, which every time you send money, we charge you a flat rate plus a certain percentage. I think the rate we had mentioned on the website, I think it was something like 10 cents plus 0.5, 0.5%. So
Oh, really?
0.5%.
Okay.
Um,
Compared to PayPal, I think
Which,
PayPal
that's
is 3% or
fantastic.
something like that.
Exactly. So so that's something we're thinking. Again, I think what we end up going to do is let's take a look at the usage pattern, take a look at what people want, what are they using it for, and then figure out something that's profitable to us and also something that users
Yeah.
are willing to pay.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, how can you be profitable at 0.5%?
So, I mean, if you look at the business, there are several things that dictates this thing, right? So there's, at the end of the day, if you look at any of these systems, if you're using it for internal transfer, it's really just a database entry, right?
Right.
That's what it is. So can PayPal really justify charging that much? Granted, there are other costs, and so really it's where you scale, how you do things smartly, and how you handle costs, and like I said, work with the customer and make sure that
Right.
it's something that they're willing to pay.
What about security as far as my cash account security? Like, whatever's in my TextPayMe account. Have you had any concerns about that?
No, I mean, so all the money goes into an account where it's we never touch it. It's only for customers, and our backend is completely secured. Everything's encrypted. Your username, your passwords and pins are one-way hash, and not even we know it. So yeah, a very, very solid, secure system.
Yeah, I would just imagine that like a new service that I mean, granted, if we want to be honest, most people don't know about TextPayMe, right?
Sure.
So most people are going to be worried, can I trust these people with my cash? And so your opportunity to tell them, we are trustworthy and things like that.
Nod your head.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
You
we
can
are.
trust us.
Trust us.
Actually, I had a question for CJ. I can ask both of you guys too, actually. When you were on the Chris Perillo's show, you mentioned that you didn't even have an Xbox 360.
That's right.
Do
I don't have one.
You still don't have one?
Do you want one?
I want one, especially with Oblivion out. So
Exactly. So, and Chris offered you one, and you turned him down.
that's right. Well,
So-
it wasn't right to give it to him and to have him give it back to me. So, I'll wait. I'll wait until this promotion's over. If there's any left over, I'm gonna grab one.
Okay. So you don't have 36 referrals, I'm assuming.
You stood up with the friends testing.
Yeah.
So what about you guys? Do you guys actually have Xbox 360s?
No. It's all
Do you
for the
want
company.
Xbox 360s?
Oh yeah, of course. What are you talking about?
That's so amazing. Like,
Of course we
I
do.
actually.
I don't know if I could ever have a garage full of Xbox 360s and not have one for myself.
I couldn't resist.
And I actually bought some Xbox 360 games that I really want to play on this.
Just gonna live vicariously through the games.
Come over anytime. Andrew's got an Xbox 360. We'll say yeah.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
there
yes.
you go.
So, any last words from TextPayMe?
Just sign up and tell us what you like. Tell us what you like about the service. We love to hear from our users. Completely transparent. Send us questions, suggestions, comments anytime.
If somebody has a question or comment, what email address should they send it to?
Send it to suggest or support@textpayme.com. Either one of those will work, and we answer every single one of those emails personally.
Very cool. Thanks a lot,
Excellent.
guys, for being on the
Thank
show.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, we are about to call the winner of the TextPayMe Xbox 360. Get a shot of CJ over there.
Yeah. Sadly, it's not CJ, who doesn't even have an Xbox 360 yet.
It's really unfortunate.
Why do you want me to film them?
So,
Just get a shot of him,
Yeah.
just for fun. Turn back.
all right. So let's find out. We've got our number selected here. We're about to call it and find out who it is and tell them some really good news.
Are you ready? We want speaker. I don't see a speak. Oh, there it is. We will both answer. Say this is Sparky and Andrew from. That's a good idea. It's gonna be so awesome.
Hey, this is Sparky.
And Andrew from Gear Live's Bleeding Edge. Who is this? Okay, well,
Hey,
Ben,
Pat.
we have a surprise for you.
You signed up with TextPayMe through the GearLive.com website.
Yeah, that's right.
And when you did that, we were running a promotion saying, hey, if we got any Xbox 360s, if we had enough people signed up that we got an Xbox 360, we were giving one away.
Really?
Do you remember doing this?
Yeah.
So,
Here's the good news. You're the person we're giving it away to.
Oh, very cool.
Excellent. So do you have an Xbox
He's
360
not
right
happy.
now? Do you already have one?
Yep.
Do you want one?
Excellent. Well, you've got one.
We are going to take down your information and get this out to you. Congratulations. Tell them how you feel.
Excited? No, really excited. It's really cool.
You'll be even more excited when, in about a day, you have an Xbox 360 in front of you.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
Excellent.
We will drop you an email.
Alright.
Perfect. That was exciting. Palpatably.
That is how you give away an Xbox 360, my friend. Get a shot of CJ.
You want it, don't you?
Awesome.
Consider, if you will, the LG C1300. It's ultra compact and has a lightweight design, has a full color internal LCD, has GPRS for high-speed data transmission, and mobile instant messaging using AOL. Anyhow, this phone will die today. Hello, this is Jesse.
This is Nate.
And we are here in front of the Meineke Car Care Center in Seattle. Today we're going to be crushing the cell phone that we showed you a little bit ago underneath this 2-ton car.
This is a ProLift car jack. It can lift up to 20 tons. It's operated by hydraulics, so all I need to do is press this button right here. And the car lifts up nice and slow. And if I press the release, the car will send itself right back down.
So without further ado, we will open it up, stick it into the car jack, and then crush it. And I'll get the microphone up there real close so we can get some nice sound, if there is any. Go ahead. One phone crushed under a 2-ton car. Go into Gear Live forums under BREAKIN stuff and make suggestions about what we should break next and how. Until next time, this is Jesse
And Nate.
Bye.
Yes, so that's all we have for this week. That was our big climax for Sparky. I'm Andrew Edwards. Tune in next week as we look at technology through the eyes of GearLive.com here on The Bleeding Edge.
Indeed.
Say bye.
Bye.
Gear Live's Bleeding Edge is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99, website builders, blogs, email, and more. Plus, enter code GEAR1, that's G-E-A-R, and the number 1 during checkout and save an additional 10% on any order. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.